Going to do a quick review right now of the Foodrella for Chefs version of a mild marinade mix. This is a Korean version of a marinade. It does come in this nice Mylar package here, about 35 ounces worth. I do want to point out that it does appear to be resealable. What I found really interesting about this is that even though it does have some nutrition facts over here and ingredients on the label, there's nothing on this package itself that specifies how it should be used. I did go out to the product page and find a recipe for it, or I guess some instructions on how to use it. So that's kind of what we're going to follow today in general to make a marinade here for some chicken. Go ahead and we'll just open it up. Use a pair of scissors. Okay, here's what it looks like when it's been opened. You can see it's a nice, finely ground powder in there, and it does have a very noticeable aroma. Let me do a little test here of aroma. Oh, okay, that has a nice, powerful scent to it. Maybe a little bit of garlic, maybe a little bit of pepper. It's a scent that I don't know that I've necessarily ever smelled before, so it's nothing that's normal for me. It has kind of a really unusual smell to it. I'm not sure everything that's in there, but I'm really intrigued now to try it. So this is going to be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of follow in general the recipe that's on the product page. Let's go ahead and take 4 tablespoons here of the dry mix, and I have 6 ounces of water. And as the camera operator noticed, once you take the powder out and pour it in here, it does kick up a little bit of the powder into the air. Oh, I can feel that going up into my nostrils, and it kind of has that little sense where it makes me want to sneeze a little bit. But once again, I'm really intrigued by how this is going to taste when it's finally done.
And it dissolves surprisingly well.
Let's see here. Let's take a look. And again, that was me pouring the powder directly into the water and then stirring it a little bit. Go ahead and pour it in here and see how well it actually dissolves when it pours out. Let's check it here. You can see obviously it hasn't really thickened it up any. But that 6 ounces does make for a nice bit of liquid in with the chicken. So what I'm going to do is just put all the chicken in here. I'm going to go ahead and put some wrap over the top of this. Make sure all the chicken is submerged in this marinade. Probably leave it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours at least. And then I'll probably just maybe put it in the air fryer, grill it up that way. We are back with the second half of this review. So what I did with the chicken is I just put it into the air fryer. I just wanted to get a little bit crispy on top. I didn't put any seasonings or anything else in there, just the marinade. I know a lot of times people will use the marinade first and then coat it with some crunchy topping or something like that. But I said I just want to try it with the marinade. You can also see I didn't grill it. There are no grill marks on there as you would see on the picture on the product. But I thought this would be good for test tries. But let's get to the star of the show, and that's going to be the chicken with the marinade. There you go. You can see the chicken, nice and juicy. That is really, really tender chicken. I'm not sure if the marinade did something to the chicken to make it this tender. But wow, it is really coming out even more tender than I thought it would. That's very good. It's not all that spicy, but it does have a kind of a different taste to it that I'm used to, but not an overwhelming taste. So I'm actually kind of pleased with the way it came out. A different taste, but not one that's very or overly spicy, not one that's overly peppery, not one that's overly garlicky, anything like that. I do know I had a piece of chicken that was left over that wouldn't fit in the air fryer, so I went ahead and grilled it up a little bit with the on the stovetop with some of the juices that were left over from the marinade mix. And when I did that and I boiled down that marinade mix with that chicken on the stovetop, it came out really spicy, in a nice way. So yeah, I'm really pretty pleased with this. I think next time I'll go ahead and use the marinade. It will actually seems to tenderize the chicken really well. But the next time I might try some breadcrumbs or something like that on top of it to make it even a little bit more crispy when it comes out of the air fryer.